and lemon and dill. Sounds ridiculous. However, Googled the recipe, and I don't trust myself with recipes, but I trust reviews. And corn. When you buy a pack of onion soup, it comes with a recipe on the back for your very basic meatloaf, which we're also foil poaching. So, ground beef, cock-a-doodle-doo, package of onion soup mix, unflavored breadcrumbs. I don't want to mix too many flavors together because things can get weird. Depending on how cheap you are, you can really go nuts with the breadcrumbs. How cheap. Barbecue sauce. This is hickory. And I think the recipe said about 1/3 of a cup, so a generous helping. I'm going to mix it up in this bag. Or if you want to, in a big bowl and get your hands all covered in raw meat and barbecue sauce. But I prefer this method. And I'll mess with the breadcrumb ratio as I need to have this kind of binded together. A whole loaf of bread here in breadcrumbs. Mix it together, let it fester for a little, and roll it out into some foil. Dinner. One of the biggest perks with the school bus, which is the same with any RV, is that you kind of got stuff in there all the time. We equipped it with basic utensils and spices and that type of thing. And I dug through there and I found the salt and pepper we're using. It is garden fresh from the dollar store. So garden fresh salt and pepper. I don't know enough about gardening, I suppose. Still hard as a rock. Oh boy. Just keeping an eye on potatoes in between breaks in the hockey game, and I don't think I have enough pieces of wood to help this game out. Oh boy. Okay. That's good looking meatloaf. Already going here. These potatoes are going to be good. There wasn't enough wood to save the Oilers tonight. We're in good shape here. A little more rain coming now, so it's been a good night. Well, good morning. I had to plug in the camera to charge it last night, and I rested my eyes for a second. And then it was suddenly morning, so here we are. It didn't rain too badly, but there was enough that you got that nice sound throughout the night. I was really hoping for a little more rain because I love the rain. Sadly, in Alberta, it's disturbingly sunny, so we don't get those, week-long rainy season things. So I'm willing to travel if anybody's got suggestions of rainy places I can check out. I don't want to get a real awning. Not my style. The beauty of just driving away after camping instead of taking a tent down cannot be ignored. Weekly video is like 52 camping trips a year, and taking down a tent 52 times a year, plus the other camping trips I do that I don't film, would get extremely irritating. So that's when I got all those big pop-out tents and crazy shelter things. It's because I hate messing with tent poles. Woodlift. campsite's in better shape than when I showed up. That's time to get out of here. The school bus is just so cozy. Makes me feel whatever the opposite of crippling anxiety is. Being in the school bus is really, it's a secure feeling. It's bear resistant, and even if they were trying to get in, you could drive away. Just run from your problems, of course. This rain has got the leaves coming out, and the trees are finally starting to do their jobs. And that'll allow me to do some stealth camping, because that's the best cover. Just a thick canopy of leaves. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, back to reality. I got work to do on the house here. So my Canadian friends are going to know which weekend is coming up here. May long, May 2-4, Victoria Day, the unofficial beginning of the camping season for most people that don't do it all year long, like me. So, happy beginning of the camping season, everybody. I think I want to get out and do some back road soon here, because there's back roads all over the place. Starlink is now mobile. Signed up for the extra feature, so I can take that satellite dish and have internet, which also means cell phone service, because I can use Wi-Fi calling anywhere in the world where the satellites go. So that's just fantastic news. And I was a little leery on going really far north because of these issues. Now, I know there's not cell service quite that far up north yet, but it's coming. I just had a nightmare vision of, this bus being broken down in like at the Arctic Sea, and it was hard enough in a civilized, or no. Yeah. Yeah. I did have nightmares. I wanted to take this bus up to the Northwest Territories, up to the Arctic Ocean, but I just had a horrific vision of this thing being broken down with no cell service. And even if there is good cell service, finding a bus mechanic is tricky at the best of times. So I'm excited about the possibilities. That being said, thank you guys for visiting with me on this little adventure here, and hanging out with me for the hockey game. Just normal stuff. So, we're going to be just working on the house a bit more and getting that little railway up and running. Then there's another project I want to do, but we're just about stealth territory. Like the amount of leaves on the trees, it's just about go time. So I got like maybe a 3-week window of the perfect season where there's not too many mosquitoes, it's not too hot, there's leaves on the trees so I can hide from park rangers and stuff. So that's the goal. And thank you guys as always. Cheers, hunker down, and thanks for visiting.
Reese's eggs are back, and we hit them somewhere you'll never find. Psych! We put them everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations and chiropractors' offices, bowling alleys and grocery stores. Did you mention Reese's?
What's up?
Make every wash count.